Here it says, but Mae started drinking with new friends and abuses his wives. Mae ochako modho kong'o gi osepane kendo yanyo mondene. So he could come back home, started beating this old woman.
CJ the African Eagle.
CJ the African Eagle.
Subscribe at CJ the African Eagle.
What's up, guys? This is Claude Joseph right here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanna say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So it depends with the place you are watching me from. So I feel so much blessed to be at this area right here at Nyamgondo at IKSDP, Italian Kenyan Scout Development Project. So as you see behind me right here, this is a project. It's an art gallery right here. So on today's episode, it's the second episode of the fall of the rich man. So let me tell you how everything is. So we are heading there. We are going to entail the history of this rich man, the rich fisherman who pride rose on top of his head and everything collapsed. So let's go see how everything is around. Let me know, do you people have some special area like this and historic areas like this? Let's go and see how everything will be. And sure, you subscribe to this YouTube channel at CJ the African Eagle right here. I will really appreciate. Say that. Let me tell you a secret. If you want us to grow, share this video, share with one of your friends, share with a friend to tell a friend that CJ the African Eagle has an amazing YouTube channel. So without much ado, let's go and see what this man made for him to fall.
CJ the African Eagle.
Subscribe at CJ the African Eagle.
So let's go in. Remember to close doors always behind you. So welcome to the amazing compound of this great man. Remember, on our previous video we learned about this great poor fisherman who became rich, and now because he had one heart, due to this mermaid, or this fish, half human half fish, brought all these houses from one house to these many houses up to the other end. So this guy, we spoke like this guy, proudness rose to his head. Let us see what the history entails here. Right here it says, but Mae started drinking with new friends and abuses his wives. Mae ochako modho kong'o gi osepane kendo yanyo mondene. So this tells that now after this guy has become rich, like, at times when this guy, he was so rich, prideness rose to his head. Remember, he was very poor, he was not taking alcohol. Now when he became rich with these old houses, he started drinking alcohol. Congo means alcohol in Luoland. History tells that Mai started drinking with new friends. Remember, the new friends. That tells us, like, when at times you have maybe made a step, you have to gain new friends, and you should be very careful with friends that you gain. New friends. Remember, he had other friends, old friends, but now he demoted old friends. Now he had new friends and abuses his wives. So, and one thing is, like, on our Luoland, if you are so rich, it means you must have at least 3 wives, at most infinity. So this right here proclaims or shows the exact area of where this guy used to take alcohol. Now remember, he's very rich. Nowadays shows like the starting of a falling of this great man. So you see, he started going to the clubs, traditional clubs. He started drinking local brew. You see, from this area they used these pipes to drink local brew, and the music, traditional music, was playing right here. Remember, these are new friends. The falling of a great man. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. This is where now this man started his stupidity, because he could go drink alcohol with his friends. Remember, it's local brew, and remember, those days back, he used to be very nice. He used to be like very poor, but when he found this half human, half fish, and she cried for help, and she brought wealth to his home, this guy became very, very rude. He demoted old friends. He gained new friends who could advise him to go take local brew right here. Now after the local brew, this guy came here. You see this picture right here? It proclaims, or it shows the exact picture of what used to happen here. So after this guy used to drink, to take this local brew right here, he used to come home very drunk, beat his wives right here. He used more so this wife right here. So remember, I told you, as a Luo, at least, like, the proudness or the proudness of a Luo is to marry at least 2 women, but at most infinity. So when those days back, this guy used to have many wives. Remember, he became rich with animals, a lot of animals. So the only thing he could do is to marry wives. He married wives, and now because the other wife was what we call was a fish, half fish, she could not give birth. So she gave him a permission to marry some wives. So he married some wives, and now the thing is, he gained new friends, and these new friends became so crazy with crazy advices. They could take him to these local brew, local pubs, and he could drink, and he could come back home, starting to abuse his wife, more so the one who brought the wealth to his home, and to an extent of beating. So sorry. Now this is where things started going crazy. The critical situation right here. Crazy situation happened. This wife used to warn him, man, don't drink alcohol and start making noise to me, because I may go back. This guy, because of his little IQ, the prideness started rising to his head. He started saying like, you can as well go, or you can as well leave, because I have now wealth. Let's see what happened. Because if you are being warned one time, second time, the third time, you are tough-headed, there's some repercussions that they may come. So let's see what happened, man. Let's see what happened here. Let's see. Pay much attention. Let's see what happened. Look the way the compound is well fenced. A lot of animals, chicken. He could come back with a full of guard, or a full of this, what do you call this, a guard, or yes, he could come back home with stick and started beating this woman out. I don't want you here, I don't want you here, of course you don't give me children. So let's see what happened. Let's see what history tells us. So okay, let me read in Doluo. Koro odiechieng' mar achiel nyamgondo ong'ado ni mondo odagi kumane aye gi mondo ne duto. Let us translate it. So one day Nyamgondo decides to go back where she came from, the lake, with all the richness. Man, if it were you, what could you have done? Remember, this man has been warned. He was very poor. The richness embarrassed him, and now he decided to become very rude. Pride rose, and now let's see. Pride goes after a fall. This woman used to warn him. Remember, he used to warn him, don't drink alcohol and start making noise to me, because one day I'll just go back with all my richness. Now see the crazy situation right here. What caused what went wrong? It's here. Now one day when this guy came back home beating this woman like crazy, when he was very drunk, he has been pumped up with his friends drinking alcohol right there. He came home beating this woman for the fourth times maybe. Remember, he has been warned. Now the woman decided like, I'm going back to the lake with all my belongings. You see right here. Now this picture proclaims or shows the exact life of this poor man who went back, who was very rich. He went back to square zero. Look, in front of us right here is Nyamgondo. Remember Nyamgondo, we spoke on our other video, or I told you on the other videos. Nyamgondo was a half fish, half human, who brought wealth to this great man called Mae, a poor man. Now when he saw richness, he started being rude, and pride rose on top of his head. Now he started beating the woman who brought some richness to this. So you see, look at this, just look. Animals, all animals started going. All animals started following her. The way this woman was going, animals started, all the wealth that was at this homestead started going from chicken, cows, goats, sheep, and everything that was there started following the woman to the lake, and it went until she disappeared into the tiny air. Sorry, English is not my first language, so I have to try. So let's see. So a crazy situation came here. So when this man now came to his consciousness, because he started begging, because when he saw this lady going at the lakeside, he started begging, please come back, please come back, please come back. I will not drink alcohol, I will not take alcohol, or I will not take any advice from my friends again. But all fell on our deaf ears. all felt on vain. So as you see, all the things has disappeared. Now the lake is very empty right here because the wealth has gone. This man, he was flabbergasted. This man was very, very crazy when he saw his all wealth has gone. Now he was here like staring, sad at what's not happening. Oh, let me have a nice picture with him. Sorry man, sorry, I wish you could know what was going. Let me have a nice picture. Yes, that's great. I wish you could have known what was happening. You couldn't have done what you did to this lady. So this man holding his stick right here, holding his stick and his Masai rungu. The history tells us like the way he stood there, he turned into a tree. From rich to back to square zero, from total richness. Remember, from grass to grace. Now from grace to grass, and from grass to a stagnant tree. Let's see what history tells us. It tells us mae ngiyo kaka nyamgondo dhi chunye omoko kendo olokore yath. You see, it tells us, right, Mae watching the scene gets freezed and became a tree. Now this one right here. Oh man, you don't have clothes? Sorry. So this guy, as he was watching the belongings going into the lake with the wife, he got flabbergasted. He was freezed and he became a tree. He became a tree, the way you see. So let's learn, what is the moral of this story? What does this story teaches us? Let me show you what the story teaches us. The story teaches us this way: once you get something, cherish it. Once you have something, don't gain new friends who will ruin your properties. You remember, this guy had some old friends, but he demoted the old friends and started relationship with new friends who made him to start drinking alcohol. At times we may be very poor, at times we may be very low, when like you had no friends, but once you gain energy, once you gain the wings, you start gaining new friends. The enemies started becoming your friends, and now they started giving you fake advices, in which the advice will lead you to brokenness. Now you see this guy. Remember on the other story, he was very broke with his friends who went to fishing, but now after he fished out Nyamgondo, who brought richness to the house, who brought richness to the community, he dumped them. He dumped the old friends and gained the new friends. This tells us like we should be very careful with whom we trust. We should be very careful with whom we build relationship with. So the man went back to broke. Not only broke, but he freezed and he became a tree. Till nowadays, the history tells us that this man became a tree, and that tree still exists. When you cut it, we are being told that when you cut that tree, it bleeds blood. Yes. So guys, it's kind of an emotional story, kind of an educational story, but I want to say thank you so much for being on this YouTube channel at Cloud Joseph right here, CJ the African Eagle. Ensure subscribe to this YouTube channel, share it with your friends, share and tell them that Cloud Joseph has an amazing channel. Yes. So thank you so much guys, and let's meet to the next amazing channel. Let me know, have you ever had that type of stories? Yes or no? Bye bye.
Subscribe at CJ the African Eagle.
Subscribe at CJ the African Eagle.
Subscribe at CJ the African Eagle.